Hotel Black Power, giving honor to the ancestors, giving honor to my sister, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my father, my in-laws, all my family and comrades that are in the ancestral realm as we speak, and to you all, the black family, my brothers and sisters out there. And I wanted to briefly share on, it was a couple of topics that I actually wanted to discuss, but what I really want to talk about is some of the things that we need to make happen in the black community, such as creating a breakfast and dinner program for our babies, because this is something that is very much needed, you know. And it only can happen with the help of you brothers and sisters, with the help of the black community, you know. And all it will take is you having trust in your brothers and sisters, you know, and make an investment and be an active participant as well in the entire process, because this is not about, you know, one individual, personal individual accomplishment or anything of that nature. This is about to feed our babies, to give them nutritional meals daily. You know, and the Panthers were feeding, Fred Hampton was feeding 3,000 babies a week. And it baffles me that we are struggling and we're fighting to feed 100 a week. And it's based on the fact that our own people, you all want to use the excuse that you don't trust the your own brothers and sisters, you know, to save these babies. Instead of being grateful that someone is willing to save the babies, your babies as well, you don't even want to participate in that. And let me ask some of you niggas something. And I'm talking about the mindset that some of y'all have. Not all of you niggas. No, it wouldn't even make sense for me to even make a statement like that. But for those who, and I'd say niggas, those who have money that can make monumental investments to launch this thing off yesterday. You know, what is keeping you from making the investment, number one? And number two, you know, when you're not wanting for anything, you're not struggling to pay bills or anything like that. So what is it that you are investing in that's taking up so much of your time and developing so high of a distrust towards your brothers and sisters to feed babies, that you're not willing to say, here, let's, you know, I want to be an active participant in it though, you know, because a lot of y'all, I want to go where my money going, you know, fuck yeah. Okay, good. Get an apron on, you know, or get a shovel, because this it's a lot of work to make this thing happen, but it needs to happen in order for our babies to be able to be, you know, reach the highest academic level that they possibly can with nutritional meals, you know, to be able to endure and have energy to endure what they have, a lot of them have to go through in the hood. Such as, you know, the mother may be getting food stamps for that particular child, but she has a crack addiction and the food stamp card is in the hands of the crack dealer. And so the baby, you know, the baby is not going to be eating properly. It's not going to be receiving nutritional meals each day. And so this is where we come in. to help our babies. But then some of y'all, some of you niggas that, you know, work downtown and all this shit, when the cracker has a jar on the motherfucking table or on the desk, you know, for a little Ryan or one of these little Peckerwoods, you know, to go to Disney World or go to Paris, France, and they're taking the fucking collection up, you go out your way to try to make one of the biggest motherfucking donations to show the cracker, you know, that you that you have this overwhelming love for your slave master. I've seen it done. I've watched you niggas do it. You know, you take pride and you brag on the fact that you have a intimate relationship, a close personal relationship with your fucking supervisor. You brag on that shit. Yeah, but how many times have you brought your family around them? You know, that's where the shame and guilt kicks in there. Because you're ashamed of, you know, your black God and your family. You know. So you keep them in the background. You know. I've seen it done. You know. But back to, you know, this breakfast and dinner program. We're going to get it. Somehow the ancestors are going to, you know, assist the black community into making this thing happen. Because they're not going to, the creator and the ancestors, creators, and ancestors are not going to let our babies die like that. Not in multitudes or anything like that. No. That's not going to happen. But I believe that they're trying to see who's who in terms of, you know, where their heart is. Because you've been blessed. You don't realize, for those who live in, you know, $500,000 homes and $1 million homes, you've been blessed. You don't have to go through the hustle and bustle of trying to, you know, pull the ends off a piece of bologna that's been in the refrigerator for, you know, a month to get the burnt part off of it so you can eat with the ends of the bread. You've been fortunate. You've been blessed. And you have become just as selfish with your blessing, and then you'll hide behind the fucking church and say, as long as you know, pay tithes to your mega church, you know, like that covers your motherfucking ass. No, no, no. I say again, like Malcolm said, you've been had, you've been took, you've been fucking hoodwinked, you know, by Reverend Porkchop and his motherfucking crew. You know, being biblically miseducated. You know, so, you know, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot, but it's going to get done. And another thing I want to discuss with you all, and I'm going to do a complete segment on, I'm going to do a series on that where I'll be visiting Jessup, Maryland, and various different areas, you know, talking to a lot of different people. And this is about this prison industrial complex, which has fucked the community up with 2 million black men behind bars. You know, 1.5 million for non-violent crimes that are doing time. And we seem to forget about those brothers and sisters that are doing hard time. The brutality that they are enduring in those prisons. Prison is not what you think it is. You know, the enemy, the biggest enemy in the prison is the motherfucking warden and his staff of racist motherfucking goons. I know this personally. And I can share an experience with you where I got in a physical altercation with a motherfucking cracker in the kitchen because, you know, there was several crackers in front of me in line with their trays out, you know, and they were given double portions, and I wasn't even given a single portion. All I wanted was mine. I have nothing to do with how you look out for yours, motherfucker. Just give me mine. And you couldn't give me mine. Physical altercation broke out where, you know, this motherfucker, by him having a rack of crackers behind him, he wanted to try his hand. And that's where, you know, his jaw was broken and I knocked him out. You know, he urinated on himself. And the motherfucking guard, one guard was nearly 7 feet tall, you know, nearly 400 pounds. And I was jumped by them. I was gang jumped by them and my legs were broken. And then I was put in solitary confinement for 5 motherfucking months on a top bunk. So I know exactly what takes place inside these motherfucking concentration camps. Especially for those who are revolutionaries, who are radicals, who stand up, who are not being sissified and afraid to stand up and speak on the injustices that take place in those prisons. Me being one of them, and I will continue to stand. But I'll tell you this, you know, my respect in that jail among those devils, the Aryan Brotherhood was enormous. Enormous. And that's why I don't take any shit off a motherfucking cracker. Period. And house niggas. It's a lot of those in there too. It's a lot of house niggas in the penitentiary. But they'll come out and you'll think they've been holding it down because they've been lifting weights. With most of those fags, just like out here in society, when you go to these gyms, you know, these brothers lifting weights and all this shit, which it sounds like, you know, a whole bunch of people in there fucking, whole bunch of gay motherfuckers fucking. Come on, baby, come on, one more. Come on, baby, get it, get it, get it. Oh, yeah, come on, get that money, baby. You know, that old homosexual lingo that they got in Gold's Gym and all that shit. These big motherfuckers walking around with no underwear on, with these motherfucking tight-ass wrestling outfits on, you know, waiting to crunch on a nigga's dick, you know. But see, they bulk themselves up. That's to keep motherfuckers off of them. You know, because there's nothing but fear with most of them motherfuckers that's in them gyms. Because they want to give the impression that they're huge and strong. You know, instead of being themselves. Because the black man never indulged in weights. The black man always indulged in calisthenics and walking and running. Why do you think no one can beat the Kenyans in cross country running cross country? No one can beat the Kenyans. You don't see them lifting weights and shit. You know, eating whey protein bars and all this old, you know, this estrogen filled, you know, gump ass shit. You know, and it's the same way as shit starts in prison. These motherfuckers come home. I've seen them. You know. But most of the real G's stay in their cells and do crunches and push-ups because they don't have time to be sitting there having the motherfucker measure their goddamn biceps and all this bullshit, man. You know, some old freak shit like that. No. You know, but the prison industrial complex where Michael Jordan, who is, you know, the coon of this decade, he's the third highest investor in Corrections Corporations of America, CCA. You know, and he eats good because the more brothers that are incarcerated, the better he eats. And now that the prisons are privatized, don't be surprised in a couple of years if you hear about a prison named after Michael Jordan, Jordan Correctional Center, which is privately owned. And what they're doing is they're trying to make these prisons as comfortable as possible. So there won't be any type of uprisings or insurrections or riots, because the inmates and prisoners are eating well, and they have this large selection on their commissary and state of the art living quarters and all this shit. Because some of us that are infected from being locked up a long time, I've heard brothers say, yeah, I was locked up at such and such place. Man, that place is sweet. Man, that's a nice motherfucking, that's a nice joint. And that's how sick we have begot. Where you say this prison it's a nice spot. It's a this lethal injection gurney, man, it's nice. It has nice big pillows on it, got nice armrests and everything on it. But I'm gonna close for right now, but I will be getting back with you all, tomorrow, and we'll discuss some other topics. As always, I appreciate you all. I love you all. I love my black brothers and sisters. Keep on fighting. Keep fighting black liberation. Keep standing up. Keep rolling. Keep on banging. Hotel, Black Power.